Starting recording.
Tino.
We are back to the warehouse for Blitzball Battle 5. Is baggage back? Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, the podcast about Blitzball and boys, but lately about boys. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan, Blitzball's back.
Blitzball's back.
Blitzball Battle 5 is back. We took a hiatus. Hookliner champions of floorball,
Yes,
which is huge.
congrats.
If you listen to our
Clap
TPPs,
button.
thank
Let's
you. And
Oh, nailed the button.
raucous. If you listen to our TPPs, thank you. We really appreciate it. And now we're going to get back into the coverage that we, started doing this whole thing with.
Yes, so a lot of you have been with us for, I guess, 8 episodes now, or longer. But we're back to normal, and we're just going to dive right in because we've been doing previews for 2 weeks now, so no more previews needed. We're in the thick of it.
We're in the thick of it. Thank you, KSI. First game, pretty huge. We got ice versus baggage. As you said, Brendy, well, let's take a step back. Real quick. Take one step back. New format.
New format.
Kind of.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
Pitching format has gone back to the Blitzball Battle 3.
Oh, you're right, I
the
did say
Blitzball Battle
this.
4 pitching format is no longer around. So outs recorded as a fielder doesn't help out the quote-unquote lesser pitcher, which may change our predictions from the previous,
Our TPPs.
TPPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Pete. Episode 1.
TPP.
TPP strikes again. There's a third fielder now, Ryan Cohen, where
Yes.
I'm sure we will be talking about that more in future games, but in this game, he didn't really factor in. I don't know. I was kind of disappointed he didn't factor
Yeah,
in, but
I think that the booth was a little surprised, too, that it didn't come into play.
Yeah.
I think also, as he plays more, he'll be able to position himself better on,
Yeah.
pop-ups especially, but he was a non-factor today.
most of the hits in this game, correct me if I'm wrong, but it felt like most of the hits were straight center.
Yes, they were. I think Jake mentioned something about there being like a new Bermuda Triangle in the middle of everything now. There was one maybe that Ryan Cohen could have gotten to if he read it better. It wasn't the one that he dove for and got his hands on. It was the one that kind of that Zoe ripped off the wall.
Right.
It's a really hard hit. But if you're someone that plays more games out there and you're a part of these Blitzball battles for the past 5 years now, 5 seasons, then you might be able to see where that one's going. But I'm sure it's tougher than it seems.
You might.
You might.
But there's no guarantee.
I love when a weird fake laugh turns into a real laugh.
What do you mean?
Don't know. Just
What do you mean
saying.
fake?
I wasn't talking about what happened just now. I'm just talking about things in general.
What are you talking about fake? Oh. Fuck. God
Time
damn
to
it.
burn?
Go ahead, Brendan. Play that. Wah, wah. Burn away.
It's the first game of Blitzball Battle 5 as Jack and Zoe try to put their first win in the baggage. Classic first inning for Team Baggage at the plate as they do their best impression of my midnight piss stream. Sad, slow dribblers. Oh, Brian. Jimmy gets nailed for 5 after Lorenzo Demalish one. Whoop, whoop. We got ice up 5-0, but St. Jimmy makes the Ice Boys look like American idiots as he masters his way to tie the game. Still a long shot for Baggage to push this game further, but Jake lays his massive snake down on the table and shuts down We Got Ice to send it to extras. However, it's not long before Big Zollop knocks a double off the wall to walk this game off. We Got Ice wins Game 1, 6-5.
Now,
Big Zollop.
correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you've used the St. Jimmy thing before.
Potentially.
Green Day song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what it was.
That's why they're
I-
both in the same
so-
sentence.
I didn't know if it was a
I debated
Green Day
throwing a third
song
one
or
into
a
that
Green Day
same
album.
line. Both same album.
Oh, their
American
song
Idiot
ended
is
an
the album, yeah.
Oh. No. I was saying I couldn't remember if St. Jimmy was the album or the song.
American Idiot is the album and the song St. Jimmy is on.
Yes.
Yes. And I also stole the Whoop Whoop 5-0 from Jake. For
Whoop-de-whoop.
talking Yanks fans now.
Talking Spanx.
Talking Spanx. Gotta give credit.
Credit where credit's due.
Do you like the nickname Big Zollop? Or I guess
No.
it's just Zollop. I added the big. It's
No.
Zollop. I didn't love it until I saw how it was spelled when I went back and looked for it. It's kind of spelled like scallop. So now I like it better.
No.
Or like a dollop of Zoe.
I don't like
Zollop.
it because it seems to like genuinely upset Zoe.
It might.
And part of me is like, it's just a name. Don't get that upset. But the other part of me is like, I've had nicknames that I really
and
didn't
you've
like.
had friends, especially best friends, that will like push your buttons because they know it bothers you.
Yes. Me
Yeah.
to you. Famously.
Yeah.
I called you Brunken. You did not like Brunken. And then
No.
I feel like you've come around on it.
I've come around on it. I've changed my name to Brunken.
I think that started because of Dunkin' Donuts. And I just said Brunken Bronuts. And I said, that's it.
Holy shit, this is better than his regular name.
This is way better. I need to write this down. So somebody needs to give me a pen right now. So, Brendan,
Zoe.
we have things to talk about today. We could go inning by inning, pitch by pitch, but I'd much rather like to talk to you about the main storylines.
Let's do it then.
Both of these teams were kind of carried by one guy
In 1 inning.
each. One guy in 1 inning. Jimmy with the bat, which I don't think you or I could have seen coming. I think Jimmy was saying during the game it was his first extra base hit since Blitzball Battle 2.
Wow.
And he had 2 doubles and a home run in this game.
Yeah.
Kind of
'cause
crazy. Good for you,
I think
Jim.
someone mentioned, maybe it was Kels. She said, like, your first extra base hit since last tournament. He's like, or since 3, or actually since the second one. Like, holy shit, that's crazy.
That's insane. It really is insane.
And to go off like that, it's not just to get one. It's like to have yourself a game, sir.
You know what? I could take a look, see if it was in Blitzball Battle 3 or Blitzball Battle 2.
It feels right. Certainly. I mean, they're the singles kings. The singles
Stingles.
kingles.
Casey Stingle.
But
But
singles kingles.
oh, all right, calm down there, Brendan. It was Jimmy not on the mound, but at the plate.
Mm.
And then this new pitching style from Jake, which it's not as pleasing to the eye.
It looks like it's not going to work, and then he's able to like really locate it perfectly
Yep.
low and away every single time.
Jimmy had 2 doubles in Blitzball Battle 3. No
Okay.
home runs.
Okay.
Jake had 8 singles, no doubles, no home runs.
Yeah, Jake was on a
So-
long streak of nothing.
Been a very long time for Jimmy. Jimmy at the plate going 5 for 6, 2 singles, 2 doubles, and a home run. Kind of nuts. Only 1 strikeout from Baggage, and Jack Doyle, which is really the biggest story, 0 strikeouts as a pitcher. I
Yeah.
think this is the first time ever that Jack Doyle he struck out more than he struck somebody out,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy because he had 2 strikeouts himself.
That is nuts. I mean, it's going to be it's kind of a weird recap for me because it's going to come off, and it is going to be that way. It's going to come off as like a Baggage fans episode because the team that won today is We Got Ice. But I have more to say about Baggage. I don't know, maybe that's the same case for you.
No, other way around.
Okay, I because there's more going for Baggage just because of the low floor or the low ceiling there. I'm
Right.
I'm really impressed with them and how they fought back. They actually scored runs off of things that weren't singles, and they also held this team at some point. I mean, and Jack doesn't look good, so I think that's another point in Baggage's direction. I don't for him to look bad against maybe one of the bottom 2 offenses is a tough look to start this series.
Bad from both sides. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
usually the other side is covered up by the great pitching.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that it is Jack, and he could switch on at any moment.
Yeah, I'm not super worried.
Not worried at all. The bigger thing to me, and I have player of the game for this game.
Yeah.
And I flipped back and forth between Zoe and Jimmy so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And like you'll hear where I landed later, but like Zoe had one hell of a game, not only from the plate, but from the mound as well. Zoe was doing great. Zoe got a strikeout, you know? Zoe only allowed 2 hits. Like, yeah, he gave up 2 earned runs, but Baggage started firing.
Yeah.
It was insane. 13 pitches, 2 outs recorded. Is that right? 13 pitches, yeah, 2 outs recorded. A strikeout, really not bad. I mean, like,
No.
it's not superstar numbers, but we don't expect that from Zoe. Zoe is supposed to be the number 2 guy. What the bigger thing here is, like, We Got Ice kind of stole a win because Jack didn't show up. Whereas you had Jake debuting this new pitching motion, which, again, I don't like the way it looks, but it works.
It's effective.
And then Jimmy, who, I don't know if you read through my notes, Jimmy was pitching, and my first note for that is Jimmy's already talking to himself 2 pitches in. This is not a good sign.
Not a good sign. Yeah, I think that there's a lot to be said for the way that Jimmy and Jack pitched. Jimmy mentioned in one of the little interviews, like, he's like, yeah, there's a lot of adrenaline going on right now, I think, for me and for Jack, and I just can't find any of my pitches. I can kind of throw my fastball, but, like, everything that had been working for the past couple of weeks is just not working. And I think that's probably what the case was with Jack, too. All of his pitches were moving the right way, but he couldn't find the zone with any of them. And I think when he couldn't, he has his, like, sort of drop down sinker, and he was leaving that middle, and anybody can hit even that pitch, even though it moves so much. If it's middle up is kind of like the happy zone for Blitzball. But it's also like not to just kind of shit talk Jack's pitching. It's also great that Jimmy was able to see when there's a pitch middle. Baggage hasn't always been hitting those pitches, so it's great that they're able to see pitches in the middle of the zone and actually attack them, because a lot of times they hit dribblers or they hit little singles. So to take middle balls and hit them with some slug is really, really important for them moving forward. Jimmy sometimes has these outings, so it's not super surprising that he had a tough time in the mound. You like to see him come in strong next time and not be so crazy wild. It looked like it was almost hopeless at times for him trying to find the zone. But Jake has that new motion. He's able to really attack the strike zone. There was a time, I think he had a strikeout on a full count too, which is really hard to do in Blitzball if you can't find it. That means he can really hit the strike zone whenever he wants, seemingly, with the new motion. Zoe also has, not that it's a new motion, but I think when we've seen him throw sort of sidearm like that in the past, he has not looked confident in doing it. Now it looks like that's almost his main pitch now. He's worked on it so much now that seems to be his most used angle, and it seems very effective. He seems like he's pretty locked in and keeping that ball low from that sidearm sinker angle. So I think that's a great thing for We Got Ice if Jack isn't going to be perfect.
Right. When you think about it, right, and you think back to our TPPs, if you listen to them, and if you didn't listen to them, go back and listen to them, because we were fucking spot on. The big thing that we said about Baggage was, it seems as though every other tournament, Jimmy and Jake flip the roles they play, and they don't understand it fully until the first game happens. And it was very clear this tournament, they came in, like, going with the betting favorite of Jimmy's going to be our pitcher, Jake's going to be our hitter. And it was completely flipped, with Jake being the much better pitcher and Jimmy being the much better hitter. So that's the lane that they're going to be taking for this, hopefully, if they could keep up their performances,
Yeah.
Whereas for We Got Ice, what we said, their key to victory, essentially, was Zoe just has to show up. And Zoe has to be serviceable on the mound, and that's what he was.
Yeah.
Zoe was
and again, it was
mound.
Baggage, but they showed that they can hit. Like, if your pitching's bad, they can hit it.
Yeah.
So
it's a shake off the rust game.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy said, they don't get to test themselves in high adrenaline situations, and that's what this was. They both teams, do we wish we got more out of We Got Ice? Yeah, absolutely. They're perennially one of the better teams in this tournament. But we got a lot more out of Baggage than we thought we were going to get, and I fucking love that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what I was saying before is I got more out of Baggage this game than I did out of We Got Ice, because We Got Ice, you expect them to be great, kind of like you're saying. But Baggage has been so awful for so long that the fact that they pushed this into extras and the way that they did do it was by going down 5-0 to start, like looking abysmal at the plate, looking horrible on the mound, and then the whole second inning was a complete reverse of what they just did in the first.
Yeah.
So and even
First and
to
second.
tie it is one thing, and then to also be like, all right, now if we give up a single run, we lose, and then Jake comes in and
Right.
just shuts the door completely. That was also amazing.
Well, a big thing is, like, as you said, Jake shutting the door. Jake also opened it up, made Jack look hittable. First pitch of the game,
Yeah.
Jake got a
Yeah.
hit. He got a single. Like, granted, it's a single, but it's still like, okay, you kind of take some of that allure and that dauntingness away from Jack.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
at the start.
You felt
and
that.
that might have played into it. You felt it.
I felt it.
You felt
I went,
it. Arts
"Ow!"
and crafts because you felt it.
Oh, felt nice.
Yeah, felt like
I
the arts
hate
and crafts
crafts.
material. Brendan hates crafts. He
Hate
only
crafts.
likes arts.
I think I don't like arts either.
Brendan hates arts. He also hates crafts.
Take away the arts. Arts are bad.
Take away the arts. Remember smocks?
I voted against the arts today.
Oh no, Brendan! Now you've dated the episode. Oh, what an asshole!
I do like smocks. Okay, just smocks.
Okay, just smocks.
Okay, now you've really dated the episode.
Updated it. Now everybody knows.
We dated.
Guys, it's
I'll be honest, we
2023.
dated.
Brendan and I dated.
We never talked about this in the show.
We never. You know what? Fuck the tournament.
Let's talk about our break.
Let's talk about how we broke up.
Because you called me
is this-
Brunken for too long.
It was the summer of 2011, before you were in college. But we got ice. I'm not worried about.
No.
I think Jack will come back. I think Jack understands what he's doing wrong, as if
I think he's
this
just
is
gonna
going to
slow it
happen
down.
tomorrow.
That's
It's
all.
already happened. You know,
Yeah.
it's already happened.
This is what Zoe said, too. He's like, when we play here all the time, there's nobody in here. So we get a little too excited, like maybe, especially the first game. Like we get really excited when
Right.
people are like in here cheering. So hopefully, I'm sure they'll make that adjustment
Right,
for their next game. Like, let's just take a breath.
Brendy.
Boop.
Jake's 1,000th pitch.
Oh yeah,
We didn't
And
even talk about
I
it.
saw your notes for this one. It was crazy
There you
because
go.
we had not yet seen what this arm angle looks like. So it looked like he was doing a joke pitch. Yay! He like
I wonder if
hurls
that's
it
gonna
really
come
hard.
through.
I thought he was just trying to throw it above 70 miles per hour, and it was like this is my thought process watching it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, are we cheering because he touched 70, and he
That was
threw
my
his fucking
thought
body
process,
out?
When he spiked the ball into the ground, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, is this celebration because Jake is showing off that he throws really hard now?" And then they go, "No, it's his 1,000th pitch." I was, wow, what an awful
Yeah.
pitch for your 1,000th.
And then the second pitch he
Yeah.
throws, like, oh, he's like that now. That's just what he does. Okay.
I wrote bad first pitch for his 1,000th pitch. Second person in the warehouse history to get that total. It was really bad. If you guys haven't, if you guys don't remember, go back and look at how bad this pitch was for Jake's 1,000th warehouse pitch.
Yeah, it looks like a 1,000th pitch in that, like, he threw 1,000 pitches that day.
Yeah. I think Harry's outside.
But good for who's the other person that's thrown 1,000?
Jack.
Jack.
That was in the last tournament, I want to say.
I think so.
Good for you, Jake.
you, Jake.
Congratulations. Do better for your 2,000th pitch, please.
I'm glad that every other pitch after that was much, much better. I couldn't believe like how well that was working. He's really able to locate that. I've been playing a lot more Blitzball with Chris. We've been playing every Sunday morning for like a month and a half now, and I realized that it's easiest to pitch to hit the ball when it's kind of like shoulder height. Like, whereas in baseball, if there's a fastball thrown high, it's hard to catch up with it. Blitzball, the bat's so light that you just kind of flick it and it's perfect. That's like the real good. It's the most hittable. You can see the ball and hit the ball. Where in baseball, you can see the ball up there, but you can't catch up to it. So where Jake is like, his arm slot seems like it can only even reach the low and away area. That's by far the hardest pitch to hit.
Yeah.
Especially the way his angle goes. It starts outside, so it starts in the other batter's box, and the way that those strike zones are built, low is so low. It's like ankle low. So it's the ball really crosses the plate, other batter's box, and at your ankles. So if he can like dot that and like pepper that over and over again, like he was doing in this first game, He's gonna be effective. He's not gonna. It doesn't look like that arm angle's gonna leave any balls up, and that's where you get hurt.
The Pat Neshek comp was crazy because it was.
I thought it was
so
just like gonna
spot
be.
on.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, okay, I kind of see it. Identical.
Literally identical.
It was identical.
It works. I mean, the amount of times that Jake got pipe today was insane.
Because sometimes it feels like someone does it and like, oh, cool, I was actually aiming at the other side of the plate.
Right.
But he was very obviously aiming outside the whole time, and it was hitting it.
Yeah. It was him, and Zoe got a couple pipes too, but it felt like Zoe's pipes were a little more of an accident. Sorry, Zoe.
Yeah.
Jake's pipes, like the first one, I was like, wow, what a good, like, he definitely wasn't going for that.
Right.
But what a good miss. And then he hit like 3 more in the same inning, and I was like, oh, whoa, Jake is doing really good.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. This change is like Jake pitching well today wasn't just like okay, he had something today. It might be gone next time. The fact that it's such a visual change means like I think he's really been working on this, and he's 1 for 1 with the new arm angle so far. So I think this is a big weapon for baggage moving forward. Is like seems like you can rely on this guy more.
I do want to point something out for people who are listening and who may be like in the comments trying to correct me right now. When I said that Jack got 0 strikeouts, I'm not counting any statistics from the at-bat off because balls don't count, so you could be as aggressive as you want without having to worry about walking somebody. So I don't count that as a strikeout for statistical purposes. I only thought of that because I was looking at the at-bat off.
Right.
Because I forgot Zoe figured Jake out on the mound.
Yeah.
But
it looked really good. He was
Zoe did look really good.
An all-star on both sides of the ball.
He was.
Which brings us to
our player of the game.
Player of the game.
I was between Jimmy and Zoe for this. I wanted to give it to Jimmy so badly because Jimmy like really put up great numbers from the plate, but Zoe did it on both sides.
Go Zoe.
Even though Zoe's like batting was not as good as Jimmy's, and you know they both had the home runs to get to the max for an inning, but that didn't count for the full amount. Whatever, they both had 4 RBI. But Zoe had it on the pitching side, and Zoe really like Jimmy got mercied, let up 5 runs. Zoe only let up 2, and
Yeah. Even say they're even going into the at bat off. Zoe gets the walk off. Jimmy strikes out.
Right.
But yeah, and Zoe did pitch. He didn't pitch a ton. Like, he pitched enough.
He pitched enough.
He pitched enough. Yeah, he pitched like half the
game. He pitched
game.
13 pitches. 2 outs for 2 outs. That's pretty crazy.
But that's what you need. He did his job exactly like
he did. He did do his job.
100% did his job, and it was.
Would he have let up
clean.
more? Would he have let up more if Jack, or if he pitched the full second inning? Maybe.
Maybe, but that's not how they're using
not
him.
what happened.
It's not his job.
Not his job.
He's supposed to be the 2-out guy.
He's a 2-out guy.
Mm-hmm.
2-out guy and a fielder.
Yeah.
And we saw him in the field making great plays as well. So Zoe at the plate showed up when he needed to. Essentially what it came down to is who wins the game during the at-bat off. Does Jimmy win it? No. Jimmy struck out. Does Zoe win it? Yeah. Zoe got a double to win in the at-bat off to make the score quote-unquote 7-5. We got ice. So Zoe gets the player of the game. Good job, Zoe.
Good job,
you deserve
Zoe.
it. You deserve it, Joe.
Even more kudos to... Good job, Joseph. What the fuck? Even more kudos to Zoe. Wait, you have these buttons too?
I guess.
What the hell?
We're learning about this now, and Discord is giving me the...
That's the same button that I have on my mixer. Oh, shit. I didn't know Peter was going to be our MC.
Brennan, make a joke.
What's the deal with airline food?
Make another one.
Up with bubbles, down with air. Oh, shit. I was in the middle of that one. That was like a 5-minute long joke. I didn't get to the rest of it. While we're on Zoe, before I go to my award, I just want to say Zoe, you look very poised on the plate, on the mound.
You look like someone poisoned you, Zoe.
You look like someone poisoned you. That's why you look like a real Zollop.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to say it. But like
Do
you,
a
you,
Zollop
you talk
on
about how
Zozie.
you get a little excited because the energy of the warehouse gets to you. It's game one. It looks like it didn't affect you at all. You looked fantastic on the mound. The home run you hit too. What a swing! It was like
Yeah.
a ball in off the plate, and he pulls in his hands and golfs it to center field. It was. I watched it a couple times. Like, how did he do that? Because that was like beautiful, and it looks so effortless. And I think that's the key to blitzball hitting that not a lot of people realize because they get amped up. If you kind of swing as effortlessly as possible, and just kind of use that short stroke, and don't get too big like a Nicky Cass, then you'll have a lot of success. Just get the barrel on the ball, and
Shit.
Zoe knows how to do that better than anybody.
Shots fired.
He's crushing it. Very impressive.
Shots fired.
Zoe was also first game king. Think about BB4's first game, 3 home run game.
I was
He's
thinking
game
the
one
exact same thing.
It's good shit.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Brendan. He's a first game king. Kind of just like our play of the game.
Play the game. Can't believe you have sound effects too. I like being in charge of the sound effects. You've taken this from me.
I haven't taken it from you.
You have new ones. I don't have
Okay,
these.
fine. What about this one?
It's not fair. I guess I could be using these too, but I have too many screens going on.
You have too many screens.
Too many
going on.
screens.
Too many screens. What's that?
I like ducks, but you know what I hate? I fucking hate geese. That's why I like them. They're funny. Great comedic timing for ducks.
Great comedic time for ducks. Wait.
Okay. My play of the game.
What's your play of the game, Brendan?
I was also stuck between two things.
Fuck. I just hit the shit out of my mic.
But for the sake of giving Jimmy his due diligence here, I want to give it to Jimmy's 3-run shot to tie the game. The game should have been over. His 3-run, that ended up being 2 runs, I guess, but to max out the 5-run total.
Yep.
Was really important. It made the game a game, made it interesting. The honorary choice would be Jake 7 grab because it was like a genuine, like, nice play, and it looked tough and it looked painful, and that's the criteria for making a good play in the warehouse. It's got to hurt or else it's not a good play. But you just don't expect that. The 3-run home run for Jimmy was like, oh shit, he's already had a couple doubles. Let's see what he does next. The pop in the warehouse was so fun, exciting. I think everyone was so amped up for Jimmy. I was too. I stood up.
The soda pop.
The soda pop.
The
Soda
soda
pop.
pop. In sync. Sick and tired of hearing all these people talk about. What's the deal with this soda pop and when is it gonna fade out?
Quack. That would have been a good time for the quack.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, we were trying to keep these episodes relatively tight, and I think we're on a good schedule. Do you want to touch on anything else before we move into our final segment?
Del Caribe versus Forgotten Rotten.
That's
comes
good.
up next.
Okay. Oh shit, this is gonna take another half hour. I forgot. No wonder.
Gonna be a fun game. Now with these new rules, I don't know
gonna be a
what
fun
to.
game.
Now with these new rules, I don't know what to expect. Shelfie's going to be interesting pitching. That's my what to watch for. How Shelfie's going to do pitching in his first Blitzball battle. What to watch for.
I thought you were doing like Weezer or something.
I
I love Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman.
Is that Weezer who sings that song? On an island in the sun.
Pip. What's my what to watch for?
What's your what to watch for? I did Forgotten Rotten, so you have to do Del Caribe.
What do you think? I'm not a GD professional?
Del Caribe.
Del Caribe. I will say my what to watch for is in the first game Del Caribe plays, will Joe's have his A stuff while pitching? Is he gonna be like
recording out?
Mid to high 60s? Can he touch the high 60s?
No.
Let's see what he's got. He could definitely touch 65. Let's see if he can top that. Let's see
in his car, maybe.
Joe maybe, probably not even.
We're not even sure.
We're not even sure. Let's see if Joe's can be a threat on the mound?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Beyond that, Brendan, for people who are threats on the mound, what should they be drinking?
Oh, me? Am I the threat on the mound?
No.
Okay.
Just for people who are threats on the mound.
Okay. Picture. I was like, I guess you've seen me pitch lately. Actually, it's crazy because every time me and Chris do play, we max out every inning. we just tear each other apart at the
You
plate.
guys are really bad pitchers.
We don't walk that much. Like we're starting to find the plate, but maybe a little too much. Maybe we just are too good of hitters.
I love Twitter.
I
just retweeted. Somebody tweeted out, the votes are in. It was over from the start. Tyranitar sweep.
Nice. Hell yeah. Drink Settle Tea is the drink made by me. You could find it wherever you get the internet. You can type in thesubtlety.com. Get $2 off your order of a 12-pack using code HobbyBoys. Hobby Boys is our sister podcast. Not our sister's podcast. If we had sisters, I have.
Which you do.
You don't.
None.
They wouldn't have a podcast. They would probably just end up getting married or something. They'd fall in love.
True.
Yeah, you don't have time for podcasts when you're getting married.
Yeah.
But
Support
Tyranitar. The Hobby Boys you can find anywhere you get your podcasts or on YouTube. It's a comedy show about beer.
Nope.
There's been warehouse guests on that show, Drew Davis and BBD, to name a few. That's really all there is, just those two guys. But check those episodes out of the Hobby Boys. You can also find this show if you're listening and not watching. Find the Blitzball Boys on YouTube as well. And please subscribe. We're trying to get to the hundo. We're trying to get to the triple digis. We're in the mid 80s right now. Let's get up to 100 subscribers. Subscribe.
I'm not plugging nobody and nothing. Support Tyranitar.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening to us.
Thanks.
We know you probably have better things to do with your life.
Nope.
But yeah, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Leave comments. Write to us on Twitter. I'm Peter Posk. Brendan's Ruppy Puppy. Spell it for the people.
RUPPIE PUPPIE.
If you're watching on YouTube, it's right below our faces. Beyond that, Brendy, ask me the question.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. Bye.
Bye-bye.